Hey guys, EthDo here, and today we're going to be looking at the new 1.5 update for Minecraft. Now in this update, it's generally about redstone, hence the massive redstone blocks, which is actually a new item slash block, which we'll actually be going on to a little later. But redstone isn't the only thing in this update, and one of my favourite things actually is Stackable Snow. Now, snow is now, like, in its little plate form, craftable with that recipe, and it can also now be stacked on each other, so we can make high little bits of snow and like lower bits of snow to get like a multi-terrain as I've built here. Each slab, if you like, of snow is 1/6 the size of a snow block and actually makes for a pretty cool staircase. Right, on to the redstone block itself and some new rail. So we'll start with the redstone block itself. Now this redstone block is a very simple recipe. It's just redstone in a block, like the other ore ones. And it has a really cool property which allows it to work almost like a redstone torch would. So you can put it under rail and it will work as if it's, well, it just works as redstone would. So you can place powered rail on them and they'll work, like you won't need extra torches, which are annoying when you're building a track. It just looks out of place when you got to build a, like make a hole in the wall to put the torch in. Right. Also, if you notice there is a new rail. This is called Activator Rail, and we'll go and see this now. Now this too will be affected by the redstone. That's why I put it under redstone blocks, so it'll work. And the reason for Activator Rail is quite simply to activate these new Tnt Minecarts. Very simple recipe for these as well. Just before we do that, I will show you the minecart with hopper. Now the minecart with hopper, I am yet to see a purpose for. I've not really looked much into it though. I guess you could use it for something else at some point. I mean, I can use I've learned a lot about the hopper and how that works, but as of yet, the hopper in the minecart has been no real use to me. Right, now I'm going to show you the Tnt Minecart. Now this is very cool. Basically, what's going to happen is when it hits the activator rail, it will activate the TNT and explode, but the ultra cool bit of it is, it will not destroy your rail. Or so they say. Right. Let's push it along, and it should activate. And there we go. And it has exploded, but nor the redstone block or the rail has been affected in any way. All that's happened is I've gained a lot of dirt and cobblestone, which I will consequently get rid of. Right, so very cool there, the new rail, carts, and redstone block. They don't normally have snow on them, obviously, but just because I'm in the tundra biome. Right, now on to the hoppers, which I just mentioned quickly back a second ago. I don't know why there's an egg in here. It's a bit weird. Basically, go away, egg. Right, so you can put things into here, and in this case I'm going to put a lot of redstone, just because I can. And it should go in the chest, though this one is faulty, I'm sorry. We'll do it with this chest. And you can see it's going down. I have no idea why that chest did not work. In fact, that's a normal chest, and this is a trapped chest, which is a new type of chest. So if any of them are going to not work, I thought it'd be that one. I have no idea what's gone wrong with that. Maybe some kind of bug. It was working earlier. Right, now you can use the dropper, not the dropper, the hopper. The dropper's another thing, they gave them very similar names. For other things like a furnace. Now actually by putting the meat in there, it's gone into the furnace and has started cooking. Which I thought was really cool when I realised you could do that. I don't know what's wrong with the chest, there must be some kind of bug. Sorry for that. Right, now on to the new update for dispensers and later bone meal. We'll come on to that one in a second, but first of all, you can now, by putting the flint and steel into a dispenser, you can light your portal for the Nether. works in the Nether as well. So running out of flint and steel is never a problem again. Pretty cool that. And also, you can now use dispensers for bone meal as almost like an auto wheat farm if you did a good enough redstone contractor, and I've got a very simple one here. So basically that is growing the wheat. Now we need to talk about bone meal quickly. Crops, I think it might just be wheat, it might be the carrots and potatoes as well, but I do know for a fact that wheat will now take between 3 and 4 bone meal. It was originally going to be 7, which was just ridiculous based on from going 1 to 7. But yeah, so it's between 3 and 4. I got it in 3. So a little bit more bone meal needed for your wheat now, but still good. And actually trees will now take 2. 1 and 2. Oh, it's just not working. Okay, we'll just put some regular bone meal on a tree and we'll move it. Maybe it doesn't work through the dispenser for the tree, maybe because it can't grow too close to the thing. We need to move it further away. Sorry about this. I didn't really leave room for a tree, if I'm honest. There we go, that took 2 bone meal when it actually worked. That egg is still glitching out. So yeah, 2 bone meal for tree, 3 or 4 for wheat. Doesn't really make sense, does it? But, oh well. Right, the Nether, I didn't go through the Nether, I could have done. But I would have lagged incredibly. So I didn't think it was suitable. And instead I made a new micro Nether. And you can see there's a new block in here. Now this is a quartz ore. And can be mined in the Nether. And you only need a wooden pick to mine it. And then you can use it. Which is, these are the Nether quartz you get. You can make a quartz block. Which you can then make into half slabs. To make chiseled quartz block. Which is pretty cool. You can also make pillar quartz block. All these recipes here. And you can also make quartz stairs. I like the way you get 2 pillar quartz blocks from that. I think that's really cool. You can make an actual pillar. And also now in the Nether, you can make Nether bricks with Nether brick. They literally have the same name. Now the reason I put the crafting table here is a new thing. If I hold down my right click, I can spread all the blocks around. So I'd only have to press down once. Makes crafting a lot quicker. Really liked that. Right, now sticking with the quartz, this is a daylight sensor and is made through this recipe with the Nether quartz, the glass blocks and the oak, or it doesn't have to be oak wood, but I've used oak wood, just generally wooden slabs, that's what I was trying to say. Now basically what this does is it'll only act as a redstone creator if you want, like a redstone torches, if there's enough daylight. If there's not, it will not. So let's say we change the time. And it goes dark enough, it will not work sufficiently and the light goes out. Now if you got this going really good with some good redstone, you can actually make it so your lights come on at night. That will be a lot more complicated. Though I guess this still works as a bit of an alarm that it's getting dark when suddenly you see your lights are going out. That you'd want the lights on. But, oh well. You get the idea. Now this is a hopper. No, it's not a hopper. This is a dropper. I keep getting those mixed up. They gave them very similar names. Right, this is a dropper. Now let's say I put some wheat in here. And then I hit the button. It just comes out as normal. As very similar to a dispenser. But the difference is, as I will show you now, with arrows is the best example of this I can find. It will only drop them out as items. It will not, say with arrows, it will not shoot them out. It will just drop them. Whoops. There you go. It didn't shoot it, it just dropped it out as is in the name. So I thought that was pretty cool too. It's kind of, I don't really see the point in it, if I'm completely honest. I guess you could use it almost as a chest that you can get quick access to. So I guess in that terms it's quite cool. We'll come on to this in a second, but one of the other last things is these new pressure plates that are made out of gold and iron. Though I actually can't get them to work. There's the weighted pressure plate, which is light, and the weighted pressure plate, which is heavy, for iron and gold. But they're not really opening anything. I don't understand. It might be that you have to put a heavy weight on them. Maybe some kind of mob trap. I'm not sure, but they do look pretty cool. So I still think they're quite good, even if they don't do anything. Okay, so on to the final part of the update. Now, you're probably thinking, where's that chest suddenly appeared from? Well, I had to put it in because I missed out the crafting recipe for this, and this is the Redstone Comparator. It's a really silly name again. Hard to pronounce, I guess. Or remember, actually, I keep forgetting it. Now, basically, this is made with very similar to a redstone repeater. Very nice name, that one is very easy to pronounce. Right, so you need redstone torches around the top, and nether quartz in the middle, and you'll have one of these. Now, this may look a little bit complicated, but they do seriously get more complicated. I wanted to put a really simple one in here, because 1, I wanted to make it easy for you guys, and 2, because I was getting seriously confused trying to make some of these more complicated ones. So basically, what you can use for these is you can make stuff like a door that can only be opened, like a door that can be opened from both sides, to make like a jail sort of thing. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but that's some of the stuff that I realised you could do. You can do stuff like this, which I'll show you now. So basically, on here, only a certain for that to light to come on, I actually have to turn on both at once. So I have to turn on this, and then this to get it to come on. And then if I turn this off, then that goes off. So neither one works on their own, but together they do work. I can't really think of any more examples of what else you could use this for other than random stuff with redstone. To be honest, I don't really pay much attention to redstone. I don't really use it much. But I guess you can make something good out of this. It's probably got a load more uses than I can think of at the moment, or I've worked out in the however long this has been out for. So that's one of the cool things. Think of they'd be good in puzzle adventure maps, making stuff where you have to work as a team. That's another thing that would be really good for actually. So expect to see more puzzle maps with stuff like that in on new 1.5 adventure maps. Now, one final thing actually is that you can now change your texture pack in game. Let me just find it. There it is. I don't have any texture packs at the moment. But this also means that when you quit the game, it's at the main menu. Texture packs isn't available there. You have to change it in here. So if you're wondering where's my texture packs gone, they're in here. Right, this has been the 1.5 update. One last thing actually. There have been some alterations to some of these potions actually. I only just noticed I didn't switch back to survival, but it doesn't really matter. Basically, this is the only one I've really noticed that has changed. And also the regeneration. There's now regeneration at a low number. There's regeneration 2. And then there's the regeneration but with more time. Because obviously when you're actually brewing, you can choose to have it to work better or to work longer. So now in creative you can actually choose which one you want from your splash potion, or actually all the potions. Though some of I don't know, this is a bit. Oh no, yeah. Some of the main ones you can do it on. You can't do it on some of the say stuff like night vision. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So also this is the actual final thing this time. The power rail is now shown, like if it's in your inventory, as being deactivated as of the introduction of Activator Rails, which also changes the little emblem here. That's very trivial, but I thought it was pretty cool. Right, this is actually the end of the video now. I've not got any sudden thing I just remembered. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.